A play of the game from way down.
True, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
a team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bombstastic gonna find Rainer. And welcome back to yet another production here at twitch.tv/MurdaRG. I'm your host, Murda. Welcome to the stage, Green Mist. How are you doing this evening? Well, you look wonderful. Thanks for being here, and thank you at home for being here as well. It's another big week of NGS about to kick off, and already in chat, it's my fiance, it's Miss Murda. Hello, let's go. How you doing? She's hanging out downstairs. I'm hanging out upstairs. I'm sure she hates that I'm over here doing casting stuff, but, you know, I love you. Thanks for showing up and supporting me, babe. We got a nice matchup tonight, Division D East. It is your math teachers versus Church of Murky. And we have just completed our coin toss, waiting on our first lobby to be created this evening. How do I link the match? Okay, there we go. I think he's trying to set up our lobby, figuring out how to get the link included in the NGS chat. There it is. We're all set up. Volskaya Foundry is our first map, and let me quickly talk about our map bans. And I gotta write this in my book, Volskaya. I forgot to write it earlier. But it was Church of Murky winning the toss, opting for the first map pick. They banned away Cursed Hollow and Alterac Pass. On the other side, your math teachers banned away Tomb of the Spider Queen and Sky Temple. And as I said, this game number 1 will be Volskaya Foundry, as chosen by the Church of Murky. Everyone's filing into our lobby. I think we have all 10. Oh, a couple had a disconnect there. We'll see if we can get them back in quickly. Shock is here. Okay, we got one of them. So at least they know the lobby's here. That's the most important part. NGS week number 4 now, but this is actually a flex match as part of our doubleheader this evening. Let's talk about the division standings over in Division D East. Entering tonight's matchup in 3rd place, Church of Murky sitting with 7 points. They've played 3 matches thus far and are yet to lose one. 6-2 map record has them with 7 points in the standings, 1 domination. Pretty good for Church of Murky. And for your math teachers, they enter tonight's matchup in 6th place. 5 points in the standings after 3 matches. Map record of 4-3. Not too bad themselves. They have picked up a domination on the season. So hoping to see some high-flying action this evening as finally all 10 of our players are in the lobby. See if they're ready to go. We're 2 minutes behind schedule. And we gotta pump through this one. We got another matchup coming on later. It's gonna be Jailbait versus Die for Vision. I've known these teams for quite some time. Excited to see them duke it out. Division B East later on at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, or whenever this one concludes. I chatted with the captains before we started here, making sure they're okay with a slight potential delay later on. Hopefully that's not going to be the case. Hopefully this one's done and over with by then. But just in case, those captains, they are aware. They're ready to potentially be waiting on us. And thank you if you guys are at home watching Jailbait and Die for Vision. Thanks for being patient with us. As we check out our first draft of the evening, Volskaya Foundry, it'll be your math teachers first to ban. Waiting for players. Hopefully everyone connects here. It should be okay. There we go. Blue band first. That will be your math teachers this evening. I'll have a nice little hydrate for myself, but if you're out there in chat and you want to see me be drinking stuff all night, be sure to throw out those hydrate requests. If you want to request some other fun stuff, like a hat swap, a shade swap, options down there as well. Just collect your medallions and submit your reward requests, and I will do my best to make you a happy viewer at home. Taking the whole clock here. Perhaps just catching first chance to talk to each other all night. Maybe didn't have a strategy heading into this evening. Or maybe part of the strategy is keeping everyone waiting as long as possible. ETC, though. will be the first ban of the evening from your math teachers. I'm going to send it now over to Church of Murky, and we'll see if they've done their homework. Do they have a decision, a quick one, or do they too want to take up the majority of these draft clocks this evening? Dax Hole in chat, welcome my friend. You are an outstanding individual. I am more in love with you every single day, my friend. MEPHISTO banned out by Church of Murky. You're gonna send it back over to your math teachers. Now with a quick ban, this one onto Orphea. Orphesia. Couple mages banned out now. We do see the tank, of course, the ETC, that first ban. Still plenty of high priority picks, including this Zool, that have to be taken care of. We'll leave the Deathwing still available. The Greymane still up. You also see Sylvanas out there right now, but having this Greymane, it's not going to be very tough for Church of Murky to pick a Deathwing. Anytime you have to deal against the Worgen and that cursed bullet, it ain't a lot of fun to be the dragon. 10 seconds though for them as they make their first two selections of the draft. They will find the Sylvanas and now a very high priority tank as well in Johanna. These are probably my two favorite picks they could have taken right now. Emzes tonight, the captain for your math teachers, had a brief opportunity to chat pregame, but didn't get to learn too much about this squad. Not sure what the roles are yet for them, but we currently will see Riku Hime picking up the Malfurion and Coyote Stark on the Imperius. So offlaner secured, support secured. And now we have our final two bans of the map. First one now belonging to Church of Murky. Might want to take out a main tank. Something like a Garrosh could be good here. Instead, it's actually going to be the Kael'thas. I don't know if I agree 100% with that. I think if you have to play up against a Garrosh here when they have the roots and all this damage from Greymane, that's not going to be fun if a taunt is in your face. So keep your eyes peeled for your math teachers grabbing the Garrosh with their final two picks. But first we have two from Church of Murky after the Leeming was taken out. They still need their healer. Something for offlane and maybe a mage for them. McFly in the house, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. There's the mage, there's the healer. Kel'Thuzad and Whitemane picked up for J Show and B Goalie. So do they go with the Garrosh? No, they're going to grab a taunt though. They take the Varian, and for their mage position, they grab a Jaina. One pick remains, has to be off lane. Something could be good here, like maybe the Urel would be great. I actually do like the Urel a lot here. Might be a little bit of anti-synergy with the Kel'Thuzad, although they do want some more lockdown, so maybe a Blaze is good. Jet Propulsion could help them out. Even a Rexar with the Misha stuns could be great. That works too. A double support. They do grab the Uther, the Hammer of Justice, going to be slamming down on some heads here. So there we go. Now that we've seen all of our picks, it's time to head on over to chat and see who you guys are here rooting for. So I'm going to be opening up a poll, and I encourage you to participate. Who will win Game 1? Your math teachers or Church of Murky? And just like that, our game number 1 poll is open. Head on over to chat up at the top. Hit that drop down arrow, select the team you want to win, and make sure you hit submit. Your votes will be displayed right up there. I see them. Can you see them? Yes. Was I looking at them? It's hard to tell if I'm looking directly at them. That's probably a little better right there. Yeah. Okay. We got our spot now. Birdie, you're such a loser. It's okay. We're all losers, aren't we? Volskaya Foundry, though, and I do like both these drafts. I think either team could come out and take this game number 1, but let's see how it unfolds. Welcome to Volskaya Foundry, and let's introduce these teams over on the left-hand side first. We see Coyote Stark still in base playing the Imperius. Now over here at the mid-wall, it'll be Kazan on the Varian, Inti playing Greymane, Riku Hime on the Malfurion, and Emzes the captain on Jaina. Ladies and gentlemen, they're known as your math teachers.
The battle begins in.
And here on the right-hand
10
side,
seconds.
we see Shock playing the Johanna J show on Kel'Thuzad.
5,
Sylvanas will be played by
4,
Orion as
3,
Uther is picked up by Redbeard. And last but
1.
not least, on the white main,
the
it is
battle
Gully.
begin.
Make some noise for Church of Murky. Level 1 talents up on the screen. Fingers of Frost for Jaina, as predicted. And will be the Consuming Flame build started up by Imperius. There's Rejuvenation from Malfurion, and over on the right-hand side, it will be, of course, Hammer of the Lightbringer for Uther. Gonna try to get those basic attacks in early. But it's gonna have a lot of extra work. He has to play some solo lane in this matchup already. You're gonna see Redbeard heading on down to this bottom lane, and looks like Inti on the Greymane gonna be here for now, but I'd expect that to change as the solo lane position typically is that bottom lane. So far, though, Coyote Stark playing this Imperius in the 4-man rotation. Gonna try to help out Varian in the meantime until he hits that level 4 talent. For Sylvanas, it is Unfurling Shadows. Orion yet to get any stacks in the early portion of this game. Did get to see him during the coin toss this evening. He was representing as the assistant captain for Church of Murky. Redbeard was running a little bit late, but glad to see everyone made it here on time, and happy to host Orion for a coin toss. So thank you, Orion, if you listen to this later, for being new to the position of banning and picking maps, but you did a fantastic job. Starting to think about camps, here are the Church of Murky members working on the fortification camp from their side of the map. Sylvanas there with Black Arrows can help slow down any damage as she gets help from both of her supports and secures the first turret of the game. Top side, Kel'Thuzad, Johanna trying to clear out waves as Imperius and Greymane going to pair up to clear the fortification camp on the side of your math teachers. And now we do see the support camp, maybe the next focus for both these teams, as level 4 was secured for Varian. Here comes the first taunt of the game. Root's behind it. Kel'Thuzad in trouble. Does land a 3-man Root, but will fall first. Whitemane not able to get enough Qs out quickly. That'll be our first blood of the game belonging to your math teachers. Do they start up that support camp? Doesn't appear as though they're going to want to think about it yet. Instead, when they clear up mid and try to extend this XP lead.
We've redesigned our trigger of protection.
Uther's still hanging out in the bottom lane up against the Greymane as Inti is going to leap on in. Here comes Varian around the corner. Following in is Malfurion. Should have roots, and yes, here they are. Going to lock in Uther even further. Second kill of the game. Same combination. And so far looking destructive here on Volskaya Foundry. Your math teacher's off to an early lead. And now might try to turn it into a support camp as well, which might be the greatest play available for them. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Another taunt. This one landing on Johanna, but Iron Skin is going to be enough to send her back to safety. Shock going to try to get some healing now from this double support, but they're going to have to give up the support camp. It's wide open, and your math teachers are about to add to their collection in the arsenal 1 turret, 1 emitter. And control point A is currently active. First moving on to the point is Uther. Can he channel that all the way across for the red team? Looks like he won't. Varian walking on the last second. That's Kuzan. Kel'Thuzad's going to miss a chain. Miss a root as well. Might be time for Redbeard to leave. There's a good taunt. Follow up spear from Imperius. Locking in Redbeard right now. Gets a little bit of healing. You know, that Blizzard from Jaina slowing down the retreat. It's not quite enough to kill the Uther as a turret's dropped. Look at it empowered as well by Sylvanas at level 4, picking up Mercenary Queen, now turning their focus onto Varian. Kuzan in trouble, very low, chasing in. Ooh, I thought maybe the Sylv was going to go through that haunting wave, but didn't. Instead, Johanna ended up falling. Now a double root onto 2. Kuzan's going to go down. Coyote Stark low, but Uther falls first. It's going to be some extra trait healing for Uther. But they can't save Whitemane. She falls as well. It's a triple kill for your math teachers as they are able to retain possession of control point A, running it up to 45%. And now have full strength on the field. Varian just now coming back from base. Vote is not updating on your screen. There. Okay, it's probably because of the 30-second delay, McFly. We are running on a delay anytime we cast NGS just to maintain you know, a fair playing field for these players. We don't want anyone potentially tuning in, getting information on where their opponents might be, so we do play with that 30-second delay. Here's the next attempt at a fight. They do find the Malfurion stunned off by Uther, but the follow-up's not quite there. If they don't have Kel'Thuzad's burst combo ready to go, it's really hard to further lock in any targets after the Uther stuns. There's going to be a chain. Not going to lock in the Varian as Kuzan's able to slowly walk away and just barely avoid the roots of Kel'Thuzad. Now a big spear landing on the Redbeard, gets a cleanse. Now applies the stun to the Furious Coyote Start rather, very low. Why am I having trouble with the word Coyote? Uther down for the 3rd time in the match as your math teachers walk away with the first protector of the game. Now there they go walking away. It's MZEZ, 4 kills so far on Jaina, looking like a highlight player. Captain for your math teachers as they're gonna march on up to the top lane. MZEZ already up here prepping the wave. They're gonna leap on in, trying to destroy these towers as quickly as possible, getting through 1. The wall's down as well. Now a big chain from Kel'Thuzad locking in Jaina. MZEZ in a lot of trouble as Johanna trying to chase in, but the roots from Pico, Riku Hime. Sorry, that one's a hard name too. Riku Hime, what a set of roots there. Saving the Jaina from Johanna chasing in. Probably would have been enough to slow her down and pick up that kill in front of the wall. But instead, level 10 secured for your math teachers as MZEZ maybe finding themselves in a bit of trouble. Very low, and now going to hop on the mount and toy train on out of there. Good efforts from both sides. We did end up seeing that front wall go down in the top lane.
Now, we'll make
a nice effort from Church of Murky, keeping as many of their heroes alive during that push. It is 74 stacks on Hammer of the Lightbringer. Just needs 1 more auto, and Uther will have enough to have that completed. 33 stacks on Unfurling Shadows for Sylvanas. Starting to get a little bit scary, but, you know, we've seen better. Jaina does secure a turret, heading on down to the bottom lane now, where Uther's been hanging out, trying to soak up the XP and help close this XP gap that's been created by your math teachers. Church of Murky down considerably right now, and now maybe in trouble as Sylvanas working on the fortification camp, and there's 4 heroes here coming in from your math teachers. Orion is absolutely toast. Moving on the point, however, is Redbeard trying to stand firm with the Divine Storm. Not going to be enough, and Kel'Thuzad won't be able to save the day either. Divine Reckoning keeping Redbeard at... Oh! Jaina! I thought Uther made it out. MZEZ with the pick-off Frostbolt. Looking fantastic from the mage position tonight for your math teachers. And that will be kill number 5, by the way. 8 kills for the team, but 5 belonging to Jaina. 3 for GREYMANE using Assassins. Off to a fantastic start as your math teacher is working on their 2nd support camp of the game. This one appears wide open, although Sylvanas was willing to scout it out with that Haunting Wave. Doesn't end up doing too much. And that will be the 2nd support camp secured. Bottom lane, though, look at this. Jaina, 1 away, gets the kill on Johanna as well. A solo lane kill, and white lane's going to fall in the top lane. So a cross-map double kill for your math teachers as MZEZ trying to escape this now. Drops the water elemental. Here comes Sylvanas. Has to drop the turret. Well done making sure they don't steal that away. And Varian maybe looking for a counter kill. Sylvanas walking the wrong way on the conveyor belt. Water elemental trying to chase. There's the stun. They do get the kill. Divine Storm retaliation from Uther. That might cost his life as well as GREYMANE goes for the throat and secures the 12th kill of the game. They're up by 10. And that roar is still going, baby.
I'm getting
Shadow Fissures coming out from Kel'Thuzad. Forgot what that was called for a minute. As he has completed Master of the Cold Dark. Remember, 30 stacks of Blight were needed. 30 stacks of Blight have been secured. Jaina now back on the map. Uther back on the map. Full strength both sides, but it is a 2-level lead. Almost 3 right now for your math teachers. Thinking about securing this top lane fort. But Control Point B is active. They're just going to send their Jaina up there to stand on it temporarily. And probably wait to make their move. Another minion wave should be enough to jam on in along with this turret if they want to use it. They don't even have to. They have information. Uther's down in the bottom lane right now. They see 2 at mid as well. They can clear this wave and pressure onto that fort if they want to, but instead going to make the rotation towards mid, trying to find a pick is Kuzan. Still no level 13s for Church of Murky. But all they see is Johanna. There's the taunt. No spear going to come from Imperius. That'll just be it. Turret picked up by Church of Murky now with level 13 talents. Advantage has been squandered, now a half level away from being at level 16. They do find a fight at mid though. It's Uther caught out again, getting the cleanse. Kel'Thuzad with a big shadow fissure on 2. And that's exactly what the Church of Murky needs to get back in this game. Picking up a very big double kill while they're still on even talents. Now can maybe kill off this protector. Oh, but Malfurion able to walk in first. If they could have interrupted that Mal before he got in, it could have been a different story. But instead, Protector's going to be safe now, back behind the wall of your math teachers, and they're going to shift around heroes inside. GREYMANE just channeling up one of those big giant orbs, waiting for the minion wave to get here. There it goes. And it'll be Malfurion hopping in the pilot seat. Still remaining in the gunner seat is GREYMANE. And they're going to march it towards bot lane? Question mark? 40 seconds left. Really not too much going on here. Church of Murky seeking their level 16 talents, but they're not going to find it in time to defend this protector, so they're going to step on in. Here's the full team, all 5 members trying to defend this bottom lane forward. Shadowfish are going to go out early, not going to connect onto anything. As they're going to switch around heroes again, Malfurion going to hop out. Here goes Imperius now in the pilot seat. James not going to lock it in. Varian walking back by himself. Stun will land onto Imperius. Uther finding the 2-man Divine Storm. Now the silence connecting onto Imperius. Can't pop the angelic armaments as of yet. Now Furion, however, not hit. Was able to cast Tranquility. And that's enough to escort everyone back to the wall. Safety is secured. Top lane fort ends up falling as Church of Murky still desperately seeking level 16 and now looking for the fight here on the Johanna. Oh, Varian, not the target you were looking for. Iron Skin so quick from shock. Gonna keep Johanna alive for now. 12-4 is the kill total, and it's another quarter level until level 16 for Church of Murky. They can find some of it here in top lane, as well as picking up this siege camp will help them. Will that be enough for 16? It'll be close. Someone's got to get that wave, though. No one going for the wave. They want the support camp. This is a very risky play. I don't know what kind of vision they had on their opponents, but they must have had something. Smart play there by Church of Murky, making an aggressive move onto the support camp without level 16. Now we'll be able to get the XP they need in the top lane. This is anyone's game now. At least until level 20. There's some aggression from the other side. Your math teacher is able to steal away the fortification camp, but the turret's still not grabbed. Big stun now onto 3 heroes, but it's Uther once again the first to fall. Shock's gonna follow, and you can attribute all of this to Jaina. Look at how much damage is coming out, and GREYMANE becoming a beast on the end of the play. A quad kill for your math teachers, not even needing to pick up that turret beforehand. They finally grab it on their way out. And now the ping's coming out on the bottom lane fort. Oh, this is trouble. They can march this onto a keep wall as well. Control point C is going to be active in not too long. Stepping in onto Kel'Thuzad. J-Show barely avoiding the roots, but Varian might look for the taunt. He does. Is there follow-up? Yes, there is. All 5 heroes down. It's a mega kill for your math teachers. They did some calculations, and yes, calculations were correct. You scored a 100% on your math test.
An access terminal will be online in a moment.
They got top fort earlier, bottom fort just a moment ago, and there goes the mid fort to secure all 3 outer forts. Control point C active in 20 seconds, and this is looking really good for your math teachers. About to be 4 levels up if they can hit level 20 before 17 secured on the other side. I mean, it is a devastatingly enormous XP lead that will be almost impossible. Yeah, there it is, 20 to 16 for just a flash second. How do you come back from this scenario if you're Church of Murky? Well, you gotta take an aggressive fight, and you gotta find a kill. Malfurion will fall! Sylvanas with the Wailing Arrow finish. And now it's 5v4. That's what Church of Murky needed. Was it a mistake that time from your math teachers? I think so. And Church of Murky would be fools not to take every chance they have here to walk onto this point with the hero advantage. Yes, they will. JOHANNA going to start switching it over to the red team channeling. And there they go, 1% on the board and counting. Further aggression might parlay into this fortification camp. Uther trying to walk in, can't quite make it there in time. Turret is secured. They do split up your math teachers as Varian try to stay in here up against the Uther, not seeing that the rest of his team wasn't there. Finally walking away as JOHANNA remains on the point. Let's look at what's going on up top. Water Elemental has been thrown out and Wintermute has been grabbed at level 20. Look at how much damage this is doing onto these structures. Got through the wall. Gonna get through a significant portion of the keep as well. As we're finally getting ready to see a fight down at the bottom. Just now spawning Malfurion's spear already coming out on the Uther. Turns around. Divine Storm on the 2. There's one of the turrets. And it is being empowered by Sylvanas. Uther's down. We'll have some extra healing here. No level 20 redemption as of yet. JOHANNA falls as well. No level 20 indestructible as of yet. 2 heroes that later on maybe wouldn't have been a big deal, but in this moment it is huge. It's another quad kill, and you can credit Inti with all 3 of those on the end of it. Well done by your math teachers. Now looking to finish off this keep in the bottom lane. Remember up top, there was a catapult and a big wave earlier with the help of Jaina. That's in trouble. Sylvanas going to try to clear that up. But she won't be able to save this bottom lane keep. It's going to go down very quickly. Navarian standing on the point. That's representing basically game over with that protector. Kel'Thuzad's going to decide to come back from base a little bit early. Popping that phylactery of Kel'Thuzad. And have to work on a few more globes now to get that back up. But will be enough to threaten back your math teachers, which is all they could have hoped for in that moment. Just don't let them end the game. We'll worry about your stacks later. Or hopefully, you know, just don't die. But here we go, 3rd straight protector for your math teachers. And once again, it'll be Imperius and Greymane hopping in the pilot and gunner seats.
Taken control of a protector.
And they're going straight to the core, still with that level 20 Palantir advantage. How can the Church of Murky stop it now? Once this thing starts whacking away at the shield, that's it. JOHANNA's going to try to come on the flank looking for a target, but the Power Glove shoving her back is now the protector turning its focus on a few of these heroes. There's the big taunt onto Sylvanas. A lot of healing from Whitemane, keeping Orion alive for now. Is Kel'Thuzad falling as now the protector starting to slam away on top of Uther. Redbeard's low, he's going to fall as well. Uther down, just 2 more standing. It's JOHANNA and Sylvanas. And Whitemane will be able to escape. Thought maybe she would have been caught out, but instead they just want to start working on this core. 47 seconds left, 70% on the health bar as JOHANNA's very low. She gets taunted, and she will fall as well. Another kill, another fantastic objective push for your math teachers, and they will secure game number 1 of this best of 3 set. And let's take a look at this match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Quickly want to say thank you to my dear friend Ektar, rating in with 7 viewers. Welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. You just got done watching the conclusion of game number 1 here between your math teachers and Church of Murky. And we're taking a peek at this endgame screen, the match summary. And who do we pick as our MVP? Perhaps the Greymane, 9-0, no deaths in the game, 57k hero damage. Also great work by the captain Emzez, picking up 22,000 XP, having to do a lot of double soaking and wave clear. Well done by all members, picking up the 24 total kills. Here's a quick peek at the talent screen before we move on. I'm going to try to set up this lobby as quick as possible. Remember, we are in a double header, and the next one starts in just an hour. So thank you for being here, everyone. hang on to your hats because we're going to be flying through this break. I'll see you back here in just 2 minutes. And welcome back to the stream, everyone. We just got done watching game number 1. Your math teacher's taking it in impressive fashion. 24-5 was the kill count, if I'm not mistaken. We have our players filing into the lobby right now. I gotta drink some more water. We didn't get enough hydrate requests from you guys. Shame. Shame. Keep me hydrated, please. Soda done. That was some root beer. Some sugar-free, zero-calorie root beer. Not sponsored, though. Zevia, fantastic product. If you see it on your grocery store shelf, you definitely want to pick this up if you're conscious about your sugar intake. It's great. It's sweetened with stevia, all natural, and 0 calories. So fantastic. It's done. I tossed it. One more player needed here until we're ready to go with game number 2. I want to thank you all for your patronage. We did get a follow during the break from Asentato 101. Thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. And Ektar for that raid. Thank you for bringing some viewers over. Hopefully you guys are aware of NGS. If you're not, head on over to nexusgamingseries.org for all the information you would ever want. The #1 most popular place to play competitive CODs in North America. We got another new follow. This one from It's Just the Doctor. So thank you, Doctor. Appreciate the follow. Thank you for joining the RG fam. All of our players are here now. Let me see if they're ready to go. Throwing out my ready. And then all we can hope is that they are ready as well. And you guys at home, the same. Green Mist, are you ready to go? You're always ready to go. The scariest fog of war you've ever seen, okay? All right, just waiting on Redbeard to launch us, and we'll be heading on into our second draft of the night. This one picked again by Church of Murky. It's going to be Infernal Shrines. Alright, so game 1, it was an early ETC ban from your math teacher. Seemed to really start them off, but they had to face the Johanna, which is really good here on Infernal Shrines. I wonder if they change up the ban priority, maybe take out the Johanna instead of the ETC. Maybe just take out both. Their other ban was the Orphea. I'd assume a target ban, trying to focus down the mage player for Church of Murky. Hey, they stick to the ETC ban. Not going to switch it up here for game 2. If it's not broken, don't fix it. That's it. Ignasty89 saying they really like the co-caster. The Green Mist appreciates the kind words. Unfortunately, he's not very responsive. He doesn't talk much. But thank you. I'll say thanks on his behalf. Zool, banned out for the second time tonight by Church of Murky. Gonna send it back over to your math teachers. Do they take out the Orphea again? Nope. This time, quick ban onto Sylvanas instead. One ban remains for Church of Murky. Quickly, just as they did in game number 1, take out the Mephisto. A great map for Mephisto, by the way, here on Infernal Shrines. Heroes stacking up inside the shrine. Oh, Johanna left open early, and instead of taking the Greymane, this time switching over to the Crusader. Do they want to steal away the Greymane now, though? Could maybe take the Greymane and the Deathwing and have a pretty scary comp here. You take away the biggest counter, and you take away, you know, the biggest dragon. How do you respond to something like that? Nope, they want comfort. They want Kael'thas and Mal'Ganis. Grabbing the heroes with apostrophes in the middle of their names. That's their strategy. They had the Kel'Thuzad earlier, now the Mal'Ganis and the Kael'thas. Malfurion for the second time tonight for Riku Hime. And this time it'll be Vala for Inti rather than the Greymane, which was still available. So, a little curious, not wanting to go back into the Greymane. It was our game 1 MVP. But Vala can be a strong hero as well, paired in with something like the Malfurion. Maybe a bit more protected, having that healing from a distance as long as the Rejuvenate stays ticking on the Archer. 2 seconds left for this final ban. It's Jaina taken out this time, not wanting to deal with Mzez for the second game in a row. 1 ban remains in game number 1. They took away a Li-Ming and an Orphea. Both heroes still available, but there's already a Kael'thas on the other side. So do they really want to take away a second mage? I don't think so. So what do they take out? Maybe the Greymane. Okay. Smart banning, honestly, from your math teachers. I feel like they're calculating this. They have some sort of formula written, an equation, you know, some sort of advanced trigonomics, geometric designs. What other things, like some advanced calculus going on there? I don't know. It's not basic algebra, I'll tell you that. Anna taken and Lunara. You combine them, it is Lunana. So 1 Lunana for the red side leaves up 2 final picks for your math teachers. Still needing an offlaner and probably a mage, I'd guess. Li-Ming will be the mage. An offlane, it'll be Ragnaros this time. Ragnaros. 1 pick left. What will Church of Murky do this time? They need their offlane. Desperately need their offlane here. I think I'd like the Blaze almost. Again, I think. Okay, Leoric. This isn't bad. You know, it should do well against the Rag. And once they get level 20, I mean, you guys know what Leoric can do at 20. But let's go back into chat and see what you guys are thinking about these drafts. Game 1, you guys were undecided. But I got to ask you again, who will win Game 2? Will it be your math teachers or Church of Murky? Poll is open, so head on over to chat. Make sure you vote this time. Help us break the tie. Yep, there's those votes right there. Yeah, still 0-0, huh? See if you guys want to vote. Hopefully you do. Thank you again for all of you who have shown up. Thank you for all of you who have hit the follow button. If you haven't done it yet, make sure you do it before you leave. Probably your favorite spot you're going to find for NGS casted matches. We're doing a tremendous amount of them. I think we have the most so far out of any other caster. I'm not keeping track. Jason is, so you got to ask him. But we've done a lot of matches, hoping to continue doing them all season long. And really, it's not fun without you guys here. So make sure you stop back in anytime you see me live. Hit that follow button. Make sure you hit the bell to be notified when I go live. And we'll see you back here almost every single night for some Nexus Gaming Series matches. Here we go, game number 2 between your math teachers and Church of Murky. Here on Infernal Shrines, we see Riku Hime once again playing the Malfurion. There's MZEZ switching over onto the Leeming. Kuzan this time on Johanna, as Coyote Stark's on Ragnaros, and Inti is on the Vala. Make some noise for your math teachers.
The battle begins in.
And here on the red side, it's Bigoli on the Ana, Orion playing Lunara, J-Show on Kael'thas, Shock's gonna play Mal'Ganis, and Redbeard, the captain, on Leoric. Make some, you know, make a lot of noise. They're gonna need it here in game 2 for Church of Murky. No Murky picked or banned in either of our first 2 maps. And that makes me super sad. Kuzan looking for the lead off down to Tristan Mal'Ganis as Ragnaros can start applying some damage. Good armor being applied. And Shock will be very sturdy heading out of that first engage. Walking through and chasing back a few heroes to the wall. Going to grab the remainder of this XP at mid with those Fell Claws. And now make the rotation, I assume, down to the bottom lane with the rest of the team. And there they go. J-Show, Bigoli, Orion, and Shock rotating down to the bottom where Inti, already here on the Vala, is working on getting some stacks of hatred going, clearing out this wave. But look how quick it is with the help of Kael'thas. J-Show bringing Church of Murky up and down these lanes. One Flame Strike, really all they need to get the wave clear in. As we have some bits coming in for Shamrocks from Ronan. Appreciate the love, and thank you for your patronage here, my dear friend. Also, didn't get to say thank you for the follow, Inti. I'm assuming the same Inti from your math teachers hitting the follow button before loading into game number 2. Thank you for the follow. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself, and hopefully you enjoy this VOD when you watch it back later. Bottom lane, there you are right now, working on the siege camp and picking it up for your math teachers. Looking at a steal, they do have the Wisp in the vent there, keeping eyes on anyone rotating towards that siege camp. Mal'Ganis looking for a nice night rush. Does connect on the 2. Now the big turn with the help of Leeming. The goalie sent down to 25% health. Needs to be careful here as Orion going to take some damage as well. Mid lane being pressured up by this Khazra camp. Here comes Leoric to clear out that final wave, but Johanna approaching at the last second, going to spook Redbeard back. Top lane, it is Ragnaros currently. There's Coyote Stark. Almost called him Coyote Shark, which might be even cooler. Although I do like me some Game of Thrones. If that's a Stark family reference, or, you know, maybe it's Tony Stark. You know, there's a couple cool Starks out there. Either way. Shock over here on the siege camp, looking to interrupt Malfurion and Johanna. But so far, they're going to be healthy. Look at Vala on the top side. In a weird spot, he's going to have to vault on back to the wall. Now getting help from Ragnaros as well. It's all 10 heroes here around this siege camp. Going to drop down our talents. You can see the action. Kael'thas falling first. Orion to follow a quick double kill. Picking up right where they left off in game 1. And now with Leoric standing on this point, Redbeard might be in trouble too. Vala's going to get the finish. Yeah, they will. Triple kill for your math teachers and the take on their own siege camp. Shrine number 1 active in 5 seconds, and they are going to have themselves a full level XP lead. They don't have level 7 talents yet, but off to a great start. Now going to work on a Bruiser camp their side of the map. Nice healthy wave up top. There goes Johanna to secure some XP for your math teachers. There goes the Bruiser camp, but Ragnaros very low on health and mana. Going to need to tap that well before engaging in along with the rest of the team. And does have it available, so we'll be able to stay here. Coming up from mid lane right now is Leeming, and that will be the last of the 10 heroes to make it to the party. Redbeard already at 25% health. Leoric having to walk away. Orb coming in, does connect and hit the wall, but Leoric still standing, able to hit that fountain. And here goes the shrine started up using GREYMANE, as we do see level 7 talents have been secured. It is Calamity picked up for Li-Ming, and repeating arrow for Vala, going to continue in with this hunkering arrow build. Here comes Mal'Ganis looking for the beat off Night Rush. Only gets the belt claws off, but Kil'Thas not able to walk in. Not enough zoning on the backside as Leoric and Mal'Ganis both step into the shrine, and no one remembered to watch the backline. They lose a hero there, and now Mal'Ganis falling pretty low. He's going to have to be careful as well. Li-Ming still surviving this whole time. And now going to look for some damage onto the wall. There goes MZES throwing a big orb out, hits onto a few heroes. And this shrine's all theirs. Ragnarok's very low on mana. Gonna need an innervate from Malfurion, next one that's available at least. Maybe grab this orb out in the middle of the lane to see if Coyote Stark wants to poke their head out and grab this orb. Here they come right now with the engage. JOHANNA with a big condemned root chain from Malfurion. Nice sleep, however, connects onto Vala. Inti in trouble. But with those stacks of hatred and that movement speed increase, able to walk away. 29, make it 30 stacks inside the shrine. Kuzan trying to walk back in with JOHANNA, but the lift on Malfurion, and finally J-Show showing up to the party, finding the first kill of the game for Church of Murky. Maybe coming at a fantastic time for them, as it's still just the 30 skeletal defenders in the bank for your math teachers. They're still 10 away. Now down a hero on the map, and now on even talents. It's looking pretty good for Church of Murky to swing this one around in their favor. They just have to keep the zoning up onto Ragnaros, make sure they can't walk in the pit, and slowly heading back to this top lane. Here comes Valkyrian, huge orb onto 5 heroes from Li-Ming, and the Calamity damage coming out now. Orion's gonna fall, still bouncing around his MZES. Can they finish off the Mal'Ganis? Should be able to with an orb, but doesn't have it off cooldown. MZES securing the first Mortar Punisher of the game for your math teachers. There's the leap over the wall, which was just destroyed. It will connect onto Redbeard, the only hero here currently in defense. Here comes the rest of the help. It's J-Show, Gigoli, and Shock. Also joining is Orion. It's a full 5-man squad defense from Church of Murky, as the other lanes being soaked effectively right now by Li-Ming. And here checking out the siege camp, there goes Ragnaros and Vala. Gonna find some XP in the bottom lane as well, and maybe even another camp. They have level 10s. Their opponent's still 2 levels away. A huge lead has been opened up by your math teachers, and I'd love to see where they want to push their advantage right now. Will it be on the siege camp? Yes, it will be. That'll be essentially free for them. See if Rag throws a meatball over the wall. No, he won't. Sometimes you see players throw a meatball right over here to hit that well, so the Khazra minions can immediately start focusing it down. Instead, they set their focus onto the mid lane tower, and, well, from that far away, they're going to get that structure down at least. Bottom lane, there goes Johanna and Vala working on that final siege camp in the triangle. They get all 3 of them, still retaining their 2-level lead and putting a lot of damage onto this mid-fort wall. Second tower will fall. And it's just Li-Ming here poking him back. Top lane, it is Ragnaros. We do see Sulfurous Smash picked up by Coyote Stark. Interesting not to see the Lava Wave here on Infernal Shrines. Usually a good map for it, but instead going to see the Sulfurous Smash. Here comes the Night Rush. Mal'Ganis looking for any target. Doesn't get anything though. That's going to be it with the level tier advantage. 10's now secured for Church of Murky. It's the Entomb, the Phoenix, the Carrion Swarm, Nano Boost, and the Leaping Strike from Lunara. Pretty standard picks here, as we're going to finally see another fight, this time on those even talents. Mal'Ganis looking to start it up. Can't quite secure exactly what they were looking for. Now Night Rush going to land onto Malfurion. Follow-up damage from Lunara. Does he decide to do the Leaping Strike? Here comes the Entomb. Tranquility pops in the backside. Rikihime maybe in trouble, but the Tranquility keeping them alive through it. It's Lunara that falls. Leoric very low. Redbeard about to fall. That wave of force knocked in the opposite direction, but so much healing from Ana, keeping Leoric alive for now until finally Li-Ming goes absolutely ballistic, picking up 4 kills in the fight. Does trade out with their life onto that fort, however. A 4-for-1 in favor of your math teachers, now taking an 11-2 kill lead in the game. Let's take a look at who's been stacking them up. It's MZES once again leading the way, 5 kills so far. And Inti, 3 kills, no deaths yet. Didn't fall in game 1 either. Vala, perfect so far.
gathers power. Claim it in my
Ragnaros trying to get that bottom lane fort, but now might be in a bit of trouble. There's the Entomb going to connect on the Coyote Stark. Leaping strikes coming out from Lunara. Will that be enough for the kill? Yes, it will be. A bit of mispositioning that time from Ragnaros, not keeping full attention as to where the opposite team was. That pickup right before the shrine, another well-timed kill for Church of Murky, but can they take advantage of this one? So far, they haven't been able to. They do still have their Phoenix as well as the Nano Boost from Ana. One more leaping strike in the tank for Lunara as well. And here comes Kuzan trying to step in with Johanna. There's the Condemn not hitting too many targets, and the Sleep's going to come out from Ana, connecting onto Johanna. Phoenix going to help clear out the skeletal defenders. But only at 28 so far, still needing another 12. Can they get the job done before Ragnaros gets here? Three-man condemned from Johanna, and all the damage! That Rain of Vengeance from Inky, locking in 3 heroes, and Tranquility again from Malfurion, keeping everyone alive. So Purist Smash, it doesn't matter. They already got the flashy kills they needed. Gonna hold off their opponents at 36 as the Flame Strike from J-Show is gonna miss. Someone's gonna have to keep attention to J-Show and this Kale Toss to not steal away those final defenders. And that's gonna be it. What a job, what a fight. Started off by Suzanne with that 4-man Condemn. The Rain of Vengeance was right on the money, and all the damage to follow. A beautiful triple kill, and now maybe some onto Leoric. Excuse me, Mal'Ganis. I thought that was Leoric. It's Mal'Ganis. But Shock's going to be fine. Fort's going to be low, and yeah, disabled as well, because this is a frozen Punisher. With the help of minions and all your heroes able to step onto it, they quickly get through that bottom lane fort. Up in the top lane, here's Ragnaros working on an opposite lane as the rest of the team starts sieging onto this bottom lane cube wall. Being disabled again by these frozen circles the Punisher throws down. Only one turret remains on the wall, and it's going to be disabled right here, so it should be enough for your math teachers to finish it off. And Punisher is still sitting at 40% health. Can they get some damage on this keep as well? Looks like they want to. Root's coming out. Oh, Lunara's in a horrible spot. Blessed Shield going to help secure it. And now this keep is in a lot of trouble. Punisher's still up with 15% health. Going to disable the keep once again. And there's still minions alive. Can they finish this off? They just need to get Bomba to step up. Great roots again. This one on Mal'Ganis. Shock is low and will fall with the help of that force wave from Li Ming. Johanna, you're going to need to be careful. Zan can't stand there forever. Does make it out. First keep of the game down at the 11-minute and 50-second mark. Your math teacher is on fire here in this matchup. 16-3 here. Wow. This wave soak by Ragnaros, so effective. And another camp steal as well. They're going to rotate around, get the triangle again. Oh boy, Church of Murky, how do you come back in this spot? Well, for one, you've got to find your level 16s. Currently, they do have Leoric double soaking bottom lane and mid lane. They just found themselves a bruiser camp for the top lane. But, you know, they got to think about rotating together as 4. Maybe leave Leoric, since he is safe with the Wraith Walk, to be able to get out of a lot of engagements. But just leave your 4-man stack to rotate and clear things out. They're going to send Leo up to the top to help out the bruiser camp, but he's going to walk into a Johanna. Kuzan trying to chase it, but Redbeard, as mentioned with the Leoric, he's always going to be fine. He can always just hit the E button to escape. But going to have to make a defense at a keep wall, and this is 5 heroes from your math teachers willing to fight on this wall. Vala going to work on the hatred as the dogs from the bruiser camp holding on to a lot of the aggro there. Big defense now, 5 heroes from Church of Murky, not willing to give up this top lane keep. Trying to make the defense at the wall. They will be able to clear up a minion wave. There won't be any attacks further from your math teachers. Just Li Ming, plenty of good poke onto these structures, getting through that bottom side turret. MZ is trying to be as careful as possible, trying to avoid any sort of gravity lapse from Kael'thas, maybe a good sleep dart from Gully. Just trying to do all the poke they can before rotating down to different lanes. Now going to look at the mid lane. Catapult is here, as well as some Khazar minions. And they might be able to get through some of this wall. Here comes some of the damage from Li-Ming now. At level 16, picking up the Mirror Ball, going to add in additional magic missiles, which makes this siege much more potent for Li-Ming.
You will take it for
You know, I'm happy with that from your math teachers, able to just poke away, get through these walls. All you really need is they're able to get this final shrine. I mean, that's lights out. It's going to push through that keep no problem. There's one tower still standing here in the top lane, but that's not enough to slow down a Punisher this late in the game. Ooh, I like this too. They're going to hold the bush, waiting to see if anyone wants to walk through. Nah, maybe not. Instead, maybe more important to get started in here. That's what they're going to do. Coming up from mid lane, here is Church of Murky, maybe at desperation time now. Down 3 levels, 13 kills. We'll look for a fight here during this third objective, leading off with Yorick. Here goes Red, reducing their damage with that Royal Focus. And there's the tranquility again from Malfurion, keeping targets up. It's Ragnaros landing a 4-man Sulfurish Smash. Orion falls as well. It's a triple so far. Redbeard thrown out the Entomb, but locking in Mal'Ganis. Can Shot get out? No, he cannot. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a subscriber here at twitch.tv/MurderRG, the time has come for you to throw down your mega kill emotes. Here goes your math teachers marching to the bottom lane. They want to close it out right now. 2 catapults here, a nice fat minion wave, and 15 plus seconds for these heroes to respawn. First up is going to be Anna, quickly followed by Kel'Thas and Leoric. And Ragnarok's going to hop in the Molten Core to help finish this one out. Can they get the core shielding down? Yes, they can. 90%, 80%, 70, and falling fast, 60, 50. Can they make it? 40. 30 now. Ragnarok's still in that Molten Core. 24%, 10%. Entomb comes out, but is it enough? No, it will not be. Your math teachers walking away with the 2-0 domination tonight over the Church of Murky. And let's peek once again at this match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Oh my lord, MZez 10 kills on the Li-Ming. They banned it out in game number 1, and I don't know why. They have an outstanding Li-Ming player on their team, getting 10 kills and a lot of flashy multi-kills as well. Well done by your math teachers. Here's a peek at the talent screen. As I try to reach out to our captain, MZez, see if we can get in touch for an interview. MZez. Interview, NGS, lobby. Alright, we'll see if MZez can find us here in lobby 2. And I will switch on over to our webcam scene. Hello. Reminder, if you guys are just seeing the end of that game, don't go anywhere. We do have another match coming up at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. That's just 30 minutes from now, as I am joined by Coyote Stark, member of your math teachers. You guys looked outstanding tonight. How is the team feeling after that domination?
Honestly, we're feeling pretty good because we're dominant, and you know we like to show it, we like to feel it, and we imposed our will on the other team. We always do it, and we did so again here.
Yeah, game 1, I think it was what, like 24 kills or something stupid. I don't remember the exact number. It was a lot of kills. In game 2, you guys didn't let up at all. Another 21 kills in that game. It seemed like you guys had everything rolling in your momentum. Do you feel as though it was more drafting that you guys won, or more just gameplay that you guys were able to overtake Church of Murky tonight?
Nah, man, we had the Epic Cup yesterday, and we had a bitter loss, and we're angry. I'm angry about it, and so it made me play harder today, you know. And so these guys, they had no chance. They had no chance.
So it sounds like a lot of confidence. A team maybe in top form right now, as I'm hearing you're participating in Heroes Lounge, Epic Cup, and obviously that means you did pretty well in Heroes Lounge. What rank did you guys end up in during the regular season?
Well, we played in the we got to like the bracket stages, and then we won the first round, but then we lost to the team that eventually won all of it. Honestly though, I feel like no, I'm not even gonna talk about it. You know, I already deleted that, lost my memory, but there was bitterness there. There was bitterness there, and we used that bitterness and we stomped these guys here. Like they weren't even on our level. Like these guys they're not even on the level below us. They're not even on the level below us. Like it just.
Oh, okay, all right. So tonight you guys banned out the ETC twice, games 1 and 2. Seemed as though you guys had a bit of a strategy, or maybe just didn't want to deal with the cow tonight. Do you want to talk maybe about the draft strategy, where the focus on those bans was really centered around?
Yeah, so the ETC, we didn't really intend to play him in our composition, and ETC is probably one of the best tanks besides Johanna. It was like either they're gonna get Johanna or we're gonna get Johanna, but we're not gonna pick ETC, so we're gonna ban him, and so we kind of just prioritized doing that. And then we kind of saw on the second map, like the Sylvanas player wasn't a problem, but Sylvanas is strong on that map, so we didn't want to give her an opportunity to kind of go off.
And quickly for me, Tony Stark or Ned Stark?
Oh no, God, Coyote Stark is from Bleach.
Bleach.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh,
it's an anime?
Yeah, it's from like it used to be really big with Naruto and One Piece, but it kind of fell off. But the main character, his whole gimmick is like he's not the main character, he's like a side character. But his whole gimmick is like he's so strong that he's alone, you know? Like number one's a lonely number, and that's me. Like lonely, it's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top.
Oh, Coyote, I love it. Well, let's talk about Volskaya Foundry tonight. You guys were able to take all 3 of those objectives. Seems as though you guys were dancing around inside and outside of the Protector a few times. What do you feel your strategy really is there, walking with the robot when you have it? It seemed like maybe some confusion or maybe just some optimization, perhaps.
Yeah, it was optimization because we kind of just initially were like, oh, let's all just whoever's close to go in it. But then like, wait a minute, no, let's actually think about who's gonna go in it. And then the strategy was when we got the first one, you use that to clear the top one, because if they get the more value you get top, the harder it is for them to get the objective top, and then vice versa. You keep trying to use the robot to make it easier to get the next objective, and then it kind of snowballed. They had no fountain, right? They couldn't go back to heal, whereas we could, and that makes like fights longer for us, and it makes it kind of like really difficult for them to prolong the fight.
Absolutely. In game 2, another map that they picked tonight. Were you guys feeling confident heading into Infernal Shrines? Or what are your feelings on the map? Do you think that maybe getting first pick on a map like that was just like a double win for you guys before the match even started?
Well, honestly, we were a little bit worried about Infernal Shrines because we haven't played that map in a long time, but we managed to get the Johanna pick, and really, she's really strong on that map. So everything kind of snowballed from there. Plus, honestly, everyone on our team was just firing on all cylinders. It was wonderful to see. It was wonderful to be a part of. And it was honestly probably not a good thing to be a part of if you're Church of Murky, but, you know, hopefully we made them believers of math instead, so.
I mean, I want to point out quickly, Kuzan doing a great job with those lead-off condemns. There was like a 4-man reign of vengeance from Inti at one point, and Emzes, as you saw, lighting it up time after time in those team fights with the Li Ming in game number 2. But maybe there was a moment I missed that you'd like to highlight, one of your team members that really surprised you with some fanciness and a really good play this evening. Is there anything that stuck out for you?
I'm not gonna lie, I really have a hard time paying attention to what's happening in the game, like to highlight stuff like that. I'm sure that you have a good spot. Like all those things that you said were really good, because honestly, everyone on our team, we're playmakers. You know what I'm saying? We're playmakers. Where you just put the camera on us, you're gonna get highlights.
Sure. All right. Well, hey, Coyote Stark, appreciate you joining me for this interview. Very excited for your win tonight. But before I let you go, I want to offer you a chance for some shout-outs if you have any for anyone watching at home.
Oh yeah, okay, we want to do a quick shout out. So the reason why I'm dominating so much is because I'm listening to a local Toronto rapper by the name of Bilal Dawson. He dropped a new project, Quarantunes. Everyone should check that out. It's dope stuff. Yeah.
Quarantunes, okay.
Yes, Quarantunes. And thank you for your time. I appreciate that.
Hey, my pleasure. Love doing these casts and happy to see new teams. And, you know, as a member of the NGS board, welcome to Nexus Gaming Series.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate that. You know, we're here to take names and dominate everyone like we always do. So we appreciate you.
All right. Well, hey, Coyote, we will talk soon. Best of luck moving forward in Season 9.
Yeah, deuces.
Deuces. What a guy. Interesting character, that Coyote Stark. Hadn't had the opportunity to chat with him before. Pleasure to have him on the stream. Pleasure to have all of you guys at home on the stream, and I don't want you to go. I want to make sure you understand we have another match coming up this evening. We are not done yet, because in just about 26 minutes from now, according to my clock, we got Jailbait versus Die for Vision, Division B East. Did I say Die for Division? I meant Die for Vision. Did I say that? Maybe I did say that. Division B East, starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be taking a break during that time. I'm sure you're going to leave during that break, so before you go, make sure you hit that follow button, and if you want to be notified every time I go live with these NGS matches, please be sure to hit that notification button as well. You won't regret it. If you love competitive Heroes of the Storm, this is maybe top 5 places you could be on Twitch to watch NGS or any sort of competitive matches. There's not a lot of us left, honestly. It's an honor to get to host you guys. Thank you for everyone who stopped in for this first match. Congrats tonight for your math teachers walking away with the 2-0 domination victory over Church of Murky. We'll be back in 25 minutes for the second half of our doubleheader. And until then, I'm Murda. They are the Green Mist. And I will see you guys in a minute.